2021. It's here. And it's time we had a little talk about the direction of this channel, transparency about sponsorships, and just a general overall update. So when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. 2020 was an incredible year for my channel in terms of views, subscribers, likes, comments, and all that stuff, which is what I covered in my 50k subscriber special, which is the only video on my channel that actually shows me IRL. Now, I watch a lot of YouTubers and a lot of them have these New Year's resolutions where they say they're going to do better, release more consistent content, and all that kind of stuff. Now, that is great, definitely is, especially when I watch a certain YouTuber a lot. I'm very excited that they're going to release more content, better content, and so on. Now, from my perspective, releasing consistent RuneScape 3 content is not easy, it's not hard. It's probably more towards the easy side. It's something that's routine to me, and it's something I can consistently do without too many problems, even alongside full-time studying. And for whatever reason, I got good grades, and I think I'm a master planner for my own time. I'm working out, I'm studying, getting good grades. I'm making consistent YouTube content on the side. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself for what I've done in 2020. I can't help but think that if I try hard enough this year, I could potentially break into a larger niche on YouTube. Something I can do while releasing RuneScape content, which is going to make it a lot more fun for me. The reason I think I might have the potential to do this, which is extremely hard by the way, I don't think there's many RuneScape channels that have broken into other niches. You know, many don't even try because they want to stay in their comfort zone, and it makes sense. So I think there's a few that switched to OSRS, which worked, but that's a similar game. I'm talking about properly breaking into another niche. In my case, there's three types of content I really enjoy making. One is something I haven't done since I started my channel a long time ago, which is tech reviews. And I don't think I'll get into that, but I do have this company, BenQ, sending me a product, which I might review. They aren't paying me for it, but I said yes because the product is actually useful for students and gamers alike, and I actually do like the product, so I want to test it. You might be seeing a video of that relatively soon. I should be getting it through the post. Now, the second is gaming reviews. Now, these are fun, for sure. I have a few on my channel, especially the essays about like the strategy games and stuff like that, but these take so much time to make that I don't think I can make them consistently, and it's not something I just want to do. Being a gaming review channel is a little... However, if you combine that with guides, funny moment style videos, which is the third type of video I enjoy making, and probably the one I enjoy making the most, that is something that has variation and can be fun for years down the line. And technically, I've been doing those three types of videos, excluding tech reviews, so guides, funny moments, and reviews within RuneScape, if you think about it. Update reviews and first impressions, guides on skills and bosses, methods and so on, and funny moments like bots versus PVM, RuneScape funny moments, average gear versus PVM. So I've already been doing that for quite some time now. Now, this is going to sound strange. So let's take a skill guide. The best part of a skilling guide is finishing the guide and seeing the reactions to the guide. Making the guide itself is like a 6 out of 10 in terms of fun. Making a funny moments video is a 9 out of 10 in terms of fun. Just because the editing process is absolutely hilarious. This is why I enjoyed making that Mordhau video so much. That's also why I enjoyed the OSRS videos so much. It was an absolute blast to create. Not per se because OSRS is a fun game, I enjoy RuneScape 3 more personally, but trying it out for the first time and experiencing it and making jokes and stuff and then editing that video together was an absolute blast. What I'm trying to say is I'd like to expand my YouTube channel by making content like that, because entertaining others and entertaining myself at the same time is a lot more enjoyable than being extremely helpful with guides. And I think there needs to be a balance. My channel is largely testing and guides, and I can't help but think, like, how are those guides really enjoyable? Unless I make a corny joke or something, how are guides enjoyable content? They help people out for sure, but it's a guide. You don't watch a guide to be entertained, I think. Now you may be wondering, is this your New Year's resolution? And no, it probably isn't. But this year I do want to give it a proper shot. I do have ideas. I should just be making at least a video on another game every 2 weeks. I'm not sure if I can keep it up because, you know, I do obviously get discouraged by a low view count and dislikes. Not per se the low view count, because I can't survive with that, but it does somewhat hurt the video, if it makes sense, because the YouTube algorithm sees, let's say, 1,000 people click on the video, and if 80% clicks off after 30 seconds, the algorithm thinks, oh, this video isn't interesting, let's not suggest it. Now, I have had some luck with videos that do well over time. For example, my Diablo guide, some of my reviews, they have done well. At least in my opinion. Now, if you want a general impression of what I mean by this type of content, I've made a playlist called Fun Stuff, which includes my RuneScape funny moments, some things from my second channel, my Mordhau video, and so on. Now, the ideal thing to happen would be that I explode into another niche while still creating RuneScape content. Having a balance between two things would be much better for me in the long run for sure, because there will be a point where I get burnt out of RuneScape completely. I'm sure it will happen at some point, and I'd rather keep it going for longer while making other things on the side. I've said this before, like I've made a video and posted stuff like, oh, I'm gonna make other content, and then I make one video and then just upload RuneScape 6 months straight. That's what happened. There's this saying I stand by, which is to not evolve is to stagnate. And to be honest, I have found other niches on my second channel. I've broken into Age of Mythology, I've broken into Subnautica, and I could have easily made more videos on my second channel about those games, but it just, in my opinion, it wasn't worth my time. I'd rather focus on my main channel more, for now at least. One more thing I'd like to talk about is transparency about sponsorships. Now, I think 3 weeks ago, I took up a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship for my Fleeting Boots testing video. That video got a hefty 516 likes, but also 92 dislikes. It also got me a few sellout comments and a bunch of negativity, but also a lot of positivity. So thank you for everyone that supported me in the comment section. I really do appreciate it. Now, I'm not looking to justify any sponsorships, but I do want to give you guys some context. I took up the Raid sponsorship simply because A, it's a lot of money for little work, and B, I didn't see the real issue in it, because 90% of the people, and that shows in the statistics, skipped that part of the video. And that's what I wanted, for the people that weren't interested, obviously, to skip that part and enjoy the rest of the video. And to be honest, that doesn't take away from the video. It takes 1 second to skip that part. Now, of course, it's also a sponsorship you associate with a certain YouTuber, and that is why I stay away from scammy products with bot reviews and so on. But Raid Shadow Legends is more or less a meme at this point. There are so many large YouTubers that have them as a sponsor, and I didn't really see the problem in myself taking up a sponsorship with them. And to the people saying it's a predatory game, literally any mobile game is. Any game with microtransactions is predatory, in the fact that they shove it in your face. And that's the only real big annoyance I have with the game. The game itself, though, was fine. I played it for a few hours to try it out, and it was an okay game. I have turned down other mobile games that I didn't enjoy whatsoever. Sure, at some point your progress is going to stagnate, it's going to be slower and stuff, but the game itself is fairly okay. And I would also like to say they came back for another sponsorship, which I will be taking up. Now let me explain. I guess it does sound like I'm trying to justify it now. I could have also just not made this video, but I'd like to give more context and transparency as to why. See, from a financial standpoint, YouTube is a horrible job. Even if it's a side job, the hours you put in is below minimum wage in terms of revenue. It's really simple. It's extremely bad money for the effort put in, unless you're a large YouTuber. The sponsorship is the difference between, if you have multiple, that is, if you'd like have one every single video, you'll be doing good. Now, I don't have that, obviously, and I probably won't ever, but taking up a sponsorship from a financial standpoint is a really good idea, simply because it could literally feed you for a month. Now, I know there's probably at least a few people watching that live paycheck to paycheck. This is something like a pay increase for a single day of like 1,000%. That's how good it is. It's like your boss telling you, hey, if you do an hour of overtime work, I'll pay you 10 times as much. And you're earning like 10 cents an hour kind of thing. I know it's a little bit of a weird example, but imagine just being able to go to your parents and be like, yo, I just did an hour of this mobile game and they paid me this amount of money to put in my video. Imagine just, I don't know, it just makes me feel proud. It's kind of, And it isn't like I do YouTube for the money. If I would have probably made a lot more OSRS videos because those videos absolutely popped off, but I simply don't feel the need to play old school RuneScape as of right now because I don't feel like doing it. I do this for fun. And honestly, if I ever do want to go full time and I want to fall back on something, having those sponsorships is going to help a lot with that. And there's a video I'd like to reference to by Lazy Peon about his honest opinion about mobile games and sponsorships and stuff. And it's something you should watch if you want more context to why YouTubers take sponsorships. He is extremely honest in that video, and he talks about the numbers he gets for sponsorships as well. And obviously his numbers are miles higher than mine, but it still sheds light on the same topic. And I have talked to him in PM about things like this, because I still have that passion of going full-time someday. And overall, I really like him as a person, even though I don't know him IRL. I like his video style, I like the way he talks about things, I like how honest he is, and that's why I look up to him as a YouTuber. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting in terms of direction and transparency, and I hope you guys can really appreciate it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.